this morning, you pitch it, make sure it's clear, it is very simple to understand, and that it's something that is going to have this storyline. So you, at the end of the day, you're going to come back to this problem, because that's how your solution will be. So make sure you're using all the time the same wording, and it's coming like a story. Solution, we talk the same. It's about matching that problem with what you think is a solution. It's not the same as the product. We are not talking about the toilet. We're not talking about the platform. No, we're talking here about what do we think this customer needs are, and how do we assume the solution is gonna look like. And then you come into your features. Here's where you have the opportunity to showcase your product, to bring a sample, to bring a video, prototype if you have an app or a website, show it here. Take the time. You have 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So you can have a few seconds or half a minute to use these. You have around maybe 10, 11 slides. So now you can imagine how much you can talk about each slide. And about the problem, I specifically say one slide, because we tend to spend too much time in explaining the problem. And that sometimes it's a shame, because it's taking time for your further down the line, the go-to-market, your business cases, your business model. So make sure you are very straightforward in how you present it. So product, yes, showcase, show what you got. A slide definitely on the customer. I'm putting the decision-making unit just symbolic. You don't have to use this, but you have to explain who your customer is, how does it look like, what type of needs do they have. If you have already a customer, if you're doing a pilot or something, put it here. If you already have some specific customer testimonials or something that is explaining what you have, put it here. If you don't have, if you have personas, explain it here then. Let's go to the next one, which is explaining.
It works.
It's in. Wow, we cannot really touch it. So go to market. You're going to talk. We didn't talk today about that, but you're going to talk tomorrow. You're going to talk also on day 3 about the market. Remember at the beginning we said, how big is your problem? You need to size your problem. This is also, you need to size that market where this problem is being solved. So how big it is. If you have some geographic information, put it in. Are you talking about, in your case, you're a Swiss market? Are other cases in your case, you're talking about maybe Africa or somewhere in India where you were talking? So you explain that. You need to show if this is your case. If it's not relevant international geography, okay, don't. You can just stay with the Swiss market in this case, but you need to mention it and make sure you have those numbers here. These numbers are, I mean, that's the beauty about Switzerland. You have a lot of statistics. So this information you should be able to find. You should be able to size your market. And if not, make a guess. Nobody knows the numbers better than you. So there is no investor that can come and say, no, but hold on, that one market that you're specifically talking about is this side. No. This story that you're building, it's you who knows the best. So make sure you can do that. Entry steps, if you have a certain, and you should, in case you're doing some internationalization, something specific about a market, just mention what you intend to do. You don't have to, but if you think it's valuable, just mention it. Definitely have a slide on competition and unique selling point. Again, you're going to talk about that tomorrow, but that should be also in your pitch. You know, how are the competitors? What are their advantage in front of your product? We are already talking about value propositions. You know, these are these features that are. We mentioned this morning, better, cheaper, faster. These are really, I would say, standard word that I want to use, but it's just symbolic, show you what are your value. Is it because you're closer to your customer? Is it because you're faster into the market? Whatever it is. Just mention it here and compare yourself with the competition. Make sure you show when you put your competition, make sure you put yourself in. Because sometimes we forget to compare ourselves with the competition. We only talk about them and we don't plug ourselves, so make sure. And one of the competitors could be your status quo. We talk today, what is happening today. So don't forget that some of the competition is the way the customer is solving the problem today. So make sure you mention that. Your team, super relevant if you have one. Some of you are not having a team already. If you don't have, doesn't matter, put yourself in. Make sure team is also important for not only the people and the pictures that are there, but also the skills that are there. So what type of skills are in that team that is going to make you bring that venture forward? What type of skill are there? If you don't have it, what type of skills do you need? Because remember, pitching are not only for, of course, it might be a training, but this is also people that are actually interested in your ventures, and they are interested not only in putting money, but also putting help. They want to help somehow. So if you're looking for people or a certain skill, mention it, because that's quite relevant. If you have people helping you, advisor, a doctor that is helping you, your sister that is a nurse, whatever, well, she's also a co-founder, but put the people that is helping you here. That's important to show. Super relevant. How are you going to earn money? You need, I mean, the order, you can put the team also at the end. The order is up to you, but these are the blocks that should be there. So how are you going to bring money to the venture? And we mentioned before about these jobs to be done, the process the customer is doing. This is the same. What is the process that this company or the customer will do in order to bring you the money in? How does it work? Very simple. You don't have to visualize it. You can also explain it, but try to make it very simple. How is it? Are you going to buy, I'm going to take the toilet, I'm going to bring it to myself to that store, they're going to give me the money, I'm going to put it in. Okay, no, I'm going to go to a retailer store, I bring 100 of them, they sell it, I get the money in. Okay, I'm going to do it online, whatever the concept is.
How we bring the product to market, not how potential customers.
If you have two options, let's say you're not sure if you go straight or if you go through suppliers or if you go, choose one. Okay, you choose one and you plug one here. Don't confuse the audience with putting, well, I might do this or I might do that. Just choose one and go with that storyline. You can always have backup slides. You have 10 pitch and 200 backup, and there you can have your other options, and you can always take it off and say, oh yeah, I thought also about this model, maybe that's an option. And revenue stream, how are you going to do it? Like the case of cameras, you have a product hardware, but you also have a service fee. In this case, because you're doing this hardware as a service, you might have both. As you say, I earn money by renting this, but I earn money also by user that are paying. So explain that, super simple. And also, not only explain, put the numbers. You need to put the numbers in here. And these numbers, again, they are available in the market. You can find it out, and you will see that on the day 3. Bernd Schneider is going to talk to you about units economics. Super relevant topic, and that's what is going to be fit in this slide inside.
Maria?
Yes, sure. You have already talked to many customers. You have mentioned that. Not traction that, I mean, if you have already sales, of course, you go and do it, but I don't think that you by then will have some specific sales. But it's still, you can mention whatever traction you can have, even if it's not financial. If you have done traction, let's say, on conversion on certain customer segments, you can also mention that. Then the units economics I mentioned, you will see that in day 3, and basically what this is telling is how profitable is your customer and how profitable would that be in the lifetime of that customer. We were talking about your recurring business, for example, and you couldn't pitch, but I know customers are first, so you will do then maybe tomorrow or day 3. So in your case, because it's like a recurring business, your customer lifetime is super long, theoretically, and your customer acquisition cost is super short, very low. You acquire once, but they keep buying. But that's not the case everywhere. You might have to constantly acquire a customer, and that's why this is very relevant. So definitely knows those numbers. Yes.
Those numbers are in the future.
Roadmap, everything that you have done so far, your pilot, anything that your IP, you did a first test, a first event, and you got people in. Mention that. These are all things that are valuable. That is showing that you're, moving, that you're clarifying your concept, and that you have, for example, talked to a few customers. You did a survey. Mention that. That's quite important. And also you can mention what you intend to do next. And finally, again, if you're looking for the money, the investment deal. And I think investment, of course, this is it's very hard for you now to tell, okay, what is my company valuation? How much a share should I give you? This is an extreme case because that's really asking for that. But I think it's just relevant that you have an action slide, that you mention here, well, this is what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for money, or I'm looking for network, I'm looking for help, whatever it is, just mention that, and you make sure that you don't go out of the room without kind of an action plan with the person that are sitting there. And finally, don't forget to put your contact names, right? Because again, I've seen pictures where I have to go Google the person. I mean, now we have LinkedIn and it's easy to find, but otherwise it's, don't forget that. I will load this, or I will send it to you so you have an idea what you can